A number of smart port initiatives were introduced to the Port of Durban, including the Integrated Port Management System, upgraded security features such as the state-of-the-art camera surveillance, and the Joint Operations Center, established with a number of our stakeholders.
The purpose for the Transnet Ports Authority ELTE Proof of Concept project was to implement and test an ELTE wireless network for the Durban port as part of the Proof of Concept project within a 3-month project timeframe. As part of the POC, designated interfaces and technologies to make up the Smart Ports Operation Control Center solution were tested. These included the following functions: waterside activities, TNPA customer support services, port vehicle tracking, container tracking, gate access and truck turnaround time, human access, drone services, port case workflow and business rules.
Some of the data acquisition solutions and innovations that we've considered are around the use of drones, and these drones are the aerial drones, aquatic drones, as well as the Phantom 4 type drone that we've used.
Whenever the drone is flying, we can actually have a live feedback. We can actually see it while it's flying. We can get that feedback at that exact time.
Seeing the live footage for us will enable us to actually be able to manage the incident reporting at a much quicker pace, much more information around what's happening in and out of the port, and having the feeds come to us live. I think that for us is a huge win.
Some of the activities that we've undertaken are largely around the buoy investigation, where we look at the state and the operation of the buoy. Moreover, we've also looked at package delivery to a vessel, and that solution is aimed at maturing into one where it is that we enable the remote pilotage of vessels into and out of the Port of Durban.
Aerial remotely operated vehicles are flying software development kits, or SDKs, that will enable the port to utilize all the advantages of these flying platforms. They can customize for any possible process or task for inspections, night vision or thermal operations, and monitoring any day-to-day activities. See this as a 24-hour-a-day eye in the sky.
The aquatic drone we've tested at the diving workshop, where we performed key wall inspections, under keel and hull inspections, as well as just a basic visibility exercise of what is beneath water and what kind of clarity and image quality we can achieve from using this type of drone.
With the type of work in which we perform, we would like to have it to use it for all our under hull inspections, different types of work, quayside inspections that we can't really get to inside our stormwater drains that we work with, and also as a safety second option for us guys.
The ROVs, underwater robots or underwater drones, remotely operated vehicles, are the perfect tool to inspect your submerged infrastructure. These units are the solution to underwater inspection. Perform daily tasks without the safety risk. This effectively becomes a life-saving tool. High-risk tasks can be analyzed prior to sending down a human driver, thus greatly improving underwater operations. At the forefront of technology is the Wave Shark, using geofencing and collision avoidance to operate without human intervention. It is a complete self-sustained unit that powers itself using solar technology and a charging docking station when the weather does not allow the unit to fully charge itself. It swallows 500 kg of surface waste floating in the water and automatically avoids debris that is too large for it to contain. It also analyzes the water quality and sends reports to the operations center. It also has a swarming function that allows multiple units to be triggered automatically to a single mass spill. The Operations Control Center portion of the ELTE POC project were conducted in 2 phases. Phase 1 focused on testing the network connectivity and data integration of all in-scope interfaces and technologies into an on-premise SAP HANA database to prove the communications infrastructure of the Operations Control Center. Phase 2 focuses on developing BA data analytics, reports, customer and interface, data boards, and/or digital applications, mobile device, web portal, control screen. to improve the real-time business activity monitoring, process orchestration and intelligent reporting of the port's operations to all the port stakeholders and business users. As the primary focus of the ELTE POC was to improve the ELTE wireless network connectivity within the 3 months project timeframe, the reuse of all available interfaces and technologies will be prioritized to reduce development effort and time needed. The Operations Control Center portion of the ELTE POC project was and will be project managed by TNPA with the support from T-Systems, who are responsible for the delivery of the solutions architecture, system integration and the telematic technology as part of the consortium partnership with LOTS projects.
If you had to imagine a scenario where a person or a vessel has to move from Rotterdam to come to our shores, first they need to know, one, has their order been fulfilled from the trading partner on the other side? And if it has been fulfilled, has it then been put on us as a conduit to carry it to their port? Will they be able to meet their order as and when they get there? And when they get there, will there be enough capacity for them to be brought in to actually complete the transaction? If we can create visibility around that type of environment, it will be much easier for us then to create this seamless way of facilitating trade where you don't have these stops or disruptions in the facilitation of trade. And we think that it will allow us to do much better planning. If everybody uses the same information, it allows us to do much smarter capacity planning. It allows us to predict predict and actually create alerts if there are any disruptions in the flow within the value chain.
The Port Festival was held in June 2016 and will be an annual event going forward. We have recommitted to opening the ports to our communities and sharing the value of the maritime industry with them.
The development of Operations Control Nerve Center will enable TNPA to achieve intelligent business operations, allowing TNPA to streamline its operations and embed real-time data analytics into its business processes, improve port efficiency, manage and allocate port resources through the real-time integration and alignment of port events and activities with service plans and schedules, advanced incident management, automated service response to alerts and notification of port incidents through the real-time service monitoring and reports of port operations.
ELTE is key as a wireless solution, it being enhanced long-term evolution, and while we having sold this and tried the solution elsewhere on the globe, it has proven its success and is definitely the solution that we need to employ if we are to make smarter the Port of Durban and the TNPA ports.
Critical success factors identified for this project were to improve the ELTE wireless network backbone connectivity and to improve the Operations Control Center portion of the ELTE POC through the successful integration of all in-scope processes, systems and machine interfaces and technologies into the SAP HANA database according to the following priorities. Gather and analyze all existing, available and developed interfaces to system/technologies. Develop and unit test web services and SAP HANA database using the gathered interface layouts. Integration test, user application test and implement integration services to make service calls. Map and integrate data from services directly to SAP HANA database.
The smartest way of obtaining the information is to use technology.
I think in summary, we're just going to reach a smarter, digitally transformed ports and its related operations and logistics.
The Port of Durban is determined to lead the African port environment with digital innovation, providing value-adding logistics solutions and lowering the cost of doing business for all its customers. The Port of Durban, the smart people's port.